So hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So guys, in this video we are going to discuss the career path or the career progression of a software engineer. So in case if you are just starting out to work as a software engineer in any startup or an MNC, then these things always comes to your mind, that where will I be in the next 5 to 10 years, or maybe in the next 2 to 3 years in a short term basis. So guys, these are the questions which every engineer or any employee ask to themselves, that where do they want to be after 5 or 10 years, or maybe after 10, 20 years, and so on. So guys, in today's video we are going to discuss that thing, especially for the software engineers. So make sure you watch the video till the end, and also do subscribe to my channel in case you want more helpful content related to technology, frameworks, programming languages, and much more. And with this guys, let us get started. See, first of all guys, as you all know, software engineering is in great demand nowadays, because almost every business is slowly shifting to online. They are trying to make a web presence, and hence the boom of software engineers has been very high, and software engineers will be in demand for quite a time from now on, and it is very unlikely that this demand is going to decrease anytime sooner. So guys, exactly, nowadays, as we all can see, that many people were there who have started their career as a software developer or as a software engineer like 10 to 20 years back. So if we meet them, and if we look at any software engineer who has like 10, 15 or 20 years experience, then we can see that majority of them are right now in management or in the C-suite, or any, or some are even consultants, or some are they have started their own companies, or they have started their own business, right? So what am I going to say, that whenever you start your career as a software engineer, if you work hard, if you keep yourself updated with a lot of technologies, you keep yourself updated by learning new stuff, then it is highly likely that you will end up in a very very good spot when you are about to retire. So guys, the first position which we are going to discuss is the position of junior software engineer. So a junior software engineer is basically someone who has around 0 to 2 years of experience in the software development field. So in case you are just starting out as a fresher, or you have less than 2 years of experience in the software development field, then you can be termed as a junior software engineer. So as you all know, junior software engineers just have the basic skills which are required for any software engineer to have in order to build or launch and debug applications. So the skill set involved are very basic, that you are just fresh out of college or any boot camp, and you have just started your journey as a software engineer. And a junior software engineer will have basically a much infant kind of understanding related to technology, and as onwards, as he gains the experience, as he moves or climbs the ladder, then a junior software engineer gets self promoted into the senior software engineer position. So in many companies there are some positions like SDE1 or SDE2 or SDE3, like that. So SDE is basically like the software development engineer, right? So whenever, so it actually varies from company to company whatever they want to call this position. So I have just used some generic terms, that first of all, you begin your journey as a junior software engineer, and then after that, as you gradually gain experience, then you move on to become the senior software engineer. So once you become a senior software engineer, so a senior software engineer basically should have and has almost 3 to 6 years of experience in the software field. So if you are working in the software field for more than 3 years, then you can officially call yourself a senior software engineer. And in case you want to make a switch to some other companies, then you can identify yourself as a senior software engineer. So as I mentioned earlier, a junior software engineer generally has some basic knowledge, but when they move on to become senior software engineers, they have more advanced knowledge, and they mostly worked with designing, or like designing the architecture and designing the flow of the programs. And also they train and they mentor the junior software engineers. So yeah, so if you are a junior software engineer, then you will get to work under a senior software engineer who will directly supervise you, and he or she may assign you some task which you need to do, and in this process you are going to learn a lot of things from him or her. And the responsibilities are quite high if someone is a senior software engineer, because he is directly involved in like the more creative side of things, like designing, and also overseeing the development projects, and also training the other junior engineers. And once he or she has served in the position of senior software engineer for more than 6 years, uh, they are promoted to tech lead or team manager. In some companies it is also known as like architect, or maybe like team lead or something like that. So what happens if a software engineer has more than 6 to 10 years of in between 6 to 10 years of experience, then they can identify themselves as a team leader or a tech lead. And I have seen many software engineers who continue to be senior software engineers even after 10 to 12 years, just but they absorb the responsibility of team manager or tech lead. So the position remains the same sometimes, but the work they do changes significantly. So as the name suggests, that a tech lead or a team manager is basically someone who will have to lead a team, right? So whenever you get promoted to being a team leader or a team manager, then you have much more responsibilities, and you have to deliver on time, and you also have to make sure that all the members of your team are working, they're giving their best, they are trying to be they are trying to deliver the project on time. And once you become a team manager, the coding which you need to do decreases dramatically, because you are basically doing the management sort of things, and you will not be coding that much. I'm not saying that you will not be coding at all. You have to code, definitely you have to code, but the amount of coding which you do, which a team manager does with compared to a senior software engineer or maybe a junior software engineer, is very very less. And sometimes you might not have to code at all, and you just have to need to get the project delivered on time. So a tech lead or a team manager reports directly to the company stakeholders. So you will be reporting to the CEO, the CTO, and anyone who is responsible for the core management of the company. And you will also be putting your inputs in the decision making, overall business decision making of the company. And one thing to note is that some people like work for around 15 to 10 to 15 years, but still they are not promoted or get promoted to tech lead or team manager position, because in some companies there is one requirement that in order to be a team manager or maybe a team lead, you have to have a diploma or a degree or something like that into management. So most of them does some project management courses, and after doing some project management courses, they are able to get their well deserved promotion. So in majority of the cases, these courses are sponsored by the company themselves. So if they want you to make the manager, they will sponsor some management courses, and you will be able to complete them or do them, and get yourself to the management level position. And once you have served as a team manager for a long period of time, then after that, after around 10 to 15 years, you will be promoted to engineering manager. So like I've said before, an engineering manager is responsible for the whole engineering team, right? So under your supervision, there will be multiple team leaders and multiple tech leads, and they will be working on different projects. So suppose if we take the example of Amazon, so in Amazon you can see that there is a specific team, there is a particular team assigned for handling the customer customer services of the Amazon application. And similarly there is one team to handle the like OTT streaming prime service of the company. And similarly there is one team who may be handling the e-commerce operation of the company. So all these technical teams works under the engineering manager. So the each and every technical team will consist of a team manager or a tech lead, and the tech lead will be reporting to the engineering manager, who is in charge or responsible for the whole engineering team. So once you reach the promotion, once you get promotion to become the engineering manager, then you do not have to code anymore. You can of course code for as a hobby, but you don't have to do coding professionally. Sometimes you might have to supervise some things or some engineers, but still it will be very very less, or maybe not at all in some cases. So generally an engineering manager has somewhere around 10 to 15 years of experience, and after that they get promoted to vice president or of engineering, or maybe some other. But generally we can say that an engineering manager absorbs the responsibility of the vice president of engineering, or the chief manager of engineering, or something like that. So yes, and after that, after you have worked, and after you have worked, your performance has been very good as an engineering manager, then you may get promoted as the chief technology or the chief information officer of the company. And I think this is the highest level you can reach, being from coming from an engineering background. So this is the highest position, which is the position of chief technology officer or the chief information officer. But I have to remind you one thing, that it is not mandatory, or it is not mandatory that you reach the position of engineering manager or the chief technology officer, because these positions are usually reserved for the founders or co-founders of a company. And maybe sometimes because these positions are allotted based on performance, so you have to perform very well in order to get these positions. But you can easily become the team lead or the tech lead. You have to just have the relevant experience, and after that you will be able to become the tech lead or the team manager. And if you perform exceptionally well as a team manager, then you may get promoted to an engineering manager. And after that, if you cause if you do something which drastically improves the performance of your company, or it helps in gaining a lot of businesses, or maybe you have added so much value to the company that the company will now decide to make you their chief technology officer. And generally there is only one position for the chief technology officer. So any one of the engineers in the company who has sufficient who has a very good performance, and also sufficient relevant experience, will become the chief technology officer. And once you become the chief technology officer, there is very I think you will be reaching the peak of your career. And after that you can still work, you can still go on to start your own company. Maybe you can start your own business and then become the CEO of that business. But this is the top most position for anyone with engineering background to reach here. And not everyone can become the chief technology officer or the chief information officer, because most of them will likely retire in as a team manager or a tech lead, or maybe as an engineering manager. So I am not discouraging anyone, because if you have the talent, if you have the skill, if you have the knowledge, then you can surely reach this position. And it is a very deserving position. If you become like the CTO of a very big company, or of a very big organization, then definitely you do not have to worry about anything at all, because you will have a good reputation across the job market. And then with this, guys, I hope you are now clear about the career structure, the career progression of a software engineer. And I hope this has motivated you to work much more harder and to learn lots of new things, and also try to become a good professional software engineer. So guys, if you found this video helpful, do like and share this video, and do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Till then, I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Stay tuned and keep coding.